The point of a lateral core support drill is it helps set up your core for rapid direction changes in every sport. Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we're talking about the kettlebell single arm side-to-side swing. Cleans are a fundamental category of weight training. Barbell cleans, kettlebell cleans, dumbbell cleans. No matter what type of athletic training program you are doing, for the most part, you're doing some version of a clean. Cleans tend to move from the ground to shoulder height. Heavy clubs do something like inside and outside cleans, and each one of those exercises mimics a rapid direction change in a running sport like soccer or football. So it's a way for people to train their tendons and their ligaments in their joints so that they can survive more rapid direction changes. Not everybody has access to heavy clubs, so we can learn to do this exercise with kettlebells. The first version of this drill is the two-handed side-to-side swing. We learn to swing a weight from side to side before we turn it into a clean. Think about a deadlift comes before a clean. A side-to-side swing with two hands comes before a single arm side-to-side swing, comes before an inside clean, comes before an outside clean. This exercise tends to be done with a reasonably lightweight time. Think 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 90 seconds on each side. Usually people will find their dominant hand rotates pretty well, and they will have to work on thinking harder with their non-dominant hand because they're not used to rotating with their non-dominant hand under load. We want to think thumb up to put ourselves in neutral shoulder and thumb up over and over and over again. When we transition across the bottom, thumb up, thumb points forward, thumb points up, back and forth. Two hand side to side swing. The important part is elbow lock. Swinging parallel to the ground, lean away from the weight, lean away from the weight, shift weight to the back, away from the club, away from the club. Then that becomes single arm side to side, same thing. Shift away, shift away, shift away, parallel to the ground, parallel to the ground, parallel to the ground. That develops into an outside swing clean, outside swing clean, outside shift the hip, swing clean, and then inside shift the hip, swing clean, inside shift the hip, swing clean. Kettlebells are bigger around than heavy clubs, so you have to be more technical when you learn these exercises with a kettlebell. Kettlebell swings side to side, parallel to the ground, parallel, parallel, parallel. The main goal here is to rotate without hitting yourself in the knees. We can get more out of a lighter weight by taking two hands off and going to one hand. Get down, pick it up, elbow stays locked the entire time. We're gonna think thumb up, thumb up, thumb up, thumb up, swinging side to side, and getting our knees out of the way. Knees out of the way, knees out of the way, knees out of the way. Elbow stays locked, thumb points up, thumb points up. We do not move our feet with this exercise. Our goal is to rotate our ankles, our knees, and our hips. Our hips are faced 45, and then our spine makes up the rest with our shoulder to get us to 90 degrees. As we come back to center, think hips point straight ahead, think hips move 45. Our hip goes away from the weight to root our body. Think of it like dancing with a partner. You don't go with the weight, you sit back against the weight. The heavier the kettlebell, the more you have to sit back against the weight. If your feet are moving, that means that you have a dominant leg and a non-dominant leg. So at the end of every set, look down and see if one foot is consistently shifting. That will tell you a lot about why your hips are working the way they are, and a lot about why your spine feels the way it does. This exercise then sets that foundation of rotation for the kettlebell inside clean and the kettlebell outside clean. It doesn't matter what type of training you do. You should learn barbell cleans, dumbbell cleans, kettlebell front to back cleans, heavy club inside and outside cleans, and then at the end of that, you should learn kettlebell outside cleans and kettlebell inside cleans. By doing all of this, you're just going to expand your athletic potential and make it easier for you to learn different types of direction changes in different sports. Start with a lightweight, build up to a heavyweight over time, and get better at this piece of core training that's usually not done in gym training.